And one day, when Ben goes through some hard things, maybe he'll be a little more empathetic to others. This is one of many examples I could give, but no one is even reading at this point, I'm sure. Haha, understandable. And I read, try being kinder. You don't know me or what I've been through. Your judgment of a stranger is telling.
Yes.
So all I have to say is, f*** you.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just the good guys. Whoa.
Mazel, morons. Welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I'm sitting here with your favorite Jewish camp counselor. It's Ben Soffer.
Shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom, shalom. Lehitraot, shalom, shalom. For everybody that doesn't know, that just means hello, campers, and we'll see you later. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. Things are great, Josh. Things are great over here. Things are great. We're sleeping good. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just telling you, Josh, that Ruby is sleeping like a rock. The man is going 8 to 4 and then 4 to 8.
Dude, Mazel, you're so lucky. I've never had a kid like that.
No, by the way, Jackie is literally like looking at us. She's like, I don't understand. Like her kids were not like that either. She's like, I don't understand how he's doing this. 8 to 4, 4 to 8. That's it. He's just unbelievable.
That's huge.
BH.
Real quick, sorry to cut you guys off. Just mic flag. I just noticed.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll
give him one episode. We'll give him one episode. It's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
keep it going. It's okay, Josh.
We'll just charge him on the back end. It's cool.
No, we're leaving all this in because here's the truth of the matter, right? DM, dear media, we love you. We're company guys. Yeah, we talk a lot of crap. You know, Michael and Lauren, they think I make fun of them, and I do. But the truth is, it's because they're so freaking attractive. They're rich. And that's how I show it. Hating is not only my love language, but it's also my hate language. It's a mix of both.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line, Josh. There's a fine line.
I'm aggressively jealous of these two. And I love working for them. Thank you, bosses.
Thank you, bosses.
Thank you, bosses.
What were we talking about?
That you have thanks, Josh. You have you have an elite child in the great Rooster, my Russian Rubel, my Rubin.
I do.
And that's unbelievable. Congrats. I'm in the opposite boat.
And I want to get to that, but also we thought of a good Bar Mitzvah theme for him. Groovin with Rubin. It's 70 themed dance party. We're getting groovy with Ruby.
You could just say groovy or groovin.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my God. Groovin.
Come groove with us.
I'm going to throw up. Honestly, I'm going to throw up. I'm not waiting until his bar mitzvah. I'm launching a 70s themed brand now called Groovin.
I can see the invite now. His proud parents, Ben Soffer and Claudia Oshry, Shep Naches for Groovin.
Groovin. By the way, it can also be a product at Home Depot for grooves called the Groovin. You like that? An appliance?
Yes.
Great.
Groovin.
Now tell me why our beautiful Meyer. He's not sleeping? No good?
Meyer's,
is that why you're having a coffee?
Meyer's great. A big surprise was my middle child is not happy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's talk about it. But BH, that Meyer is great. What's wrong with Shay? What's going on?
Shay's amazing, but I think we didn't. When Shay was born, Max was almost 4. And Max, what you will learn too, and my buddy Luca has sort of walked me through this thus far, is he's like, you think you know that you have different kids, but you don't know that you have different kids until it comes to disciplining, talking to them, reasoning with them. And with one, you can come in with sweets and kisses, and the other one you have to come in with a little bit more of like a tough tone. And so whereas Max was more stoic and just, a quick listener, understood, was a little bit more like emotionally fragile. So everything, he just got it. Shy is a fighter. He's got that fight. He's a fighter.
He's 2. He's 2.5.
He's also incredibly young. And so this is totally rustling his feathers. He'll be 3 in October.
Yeah. So this age, I see it, I have a lot of friends that have kids this exact age, and the common theme is they are terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Terrorists. I'm not saying that Shy is like that. Sadly, I haven't spent enough time because you don't bring him to New York. But they then grow out of it quickly, and like the terrible twos apparently are just a real thing. Like they just like walk all over you, and maybe it's not every kid. Maybe Max didn't do that, right? But that's what I keep seeing and hearing, that these 2-year-olds are bossy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you hear about the terrible twos and 3-nagers, which makes me want to punch myself in the privates.
Ew.
I know.
Ew. 3-nager?
Go write a baby book.
Who came up with that? 3-nager?
Go start a Substack, loser.
fucking loser.
But what you do read is that when you have these big changes in their lives, school, changing of a bedroom, a new sibling arriving, it can just totally rock their reality, their customs, and now their routine. And so we kind of, over the last 2 months, have done all 3 to the poor boy.
Understood.
And so he is just like, and where we've tried to like say like, listen, we're sticking with the plan. You have slept in your bed for the last 2 years and 10 months, and we're not going to like start changing it up now. Whereas Max would give a fight for 20 minutes and then relent, Shy's like, give me 2 hours. I'll keep going. These vocal cords, they're strong. I won't be losing this one.
So he wants to sleep in the bed with you. That's the new thing?
He doesn't want to sleep. He basically doesn't, and it's normal that there's like a separation
totally
anxiety, but it's he just doesn't want to sleep at all.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I was still occasionally coming into my parents' bedroom at like 7.
That's I did. I did till 8.
Yeah, like I think. Look, we're their best friends, right? Like we're their comfort center. So like it makes sense. It doesn't mean that it's pleasant. Is he doing that immediately? Like he's never going to bed, or he's waking up in the middle of the night and then running into your bed?
It's a huge 180, right? Because it went from like a kid who we had a beautiful routine. We'd start winding down at 6:30, bath, reading, bottle, songs, prayer. The whole thing was one short Hallmark movie. It's gorgeous.
I love it. And just the way you said songs, prayer. I love
songs and prayer, babe.
That's the foundation of a great home. Singing and praying. Praying and singing. Benny and Joshi singing and praying. Benny and Joshi praying for song.
Benny and Joshi, adoration of the Lord. Benny and Joshi, l'chaim baruch Hashem.
BH.
And also, in your name we pray. Shout out my wife.
In your name we pray.
It's so funny because I know she feels this way with my Jewish ass prayers, but when we throw in a Goyish prayer, when we throw in a nice Gentile prayer, I go, oh, look at me. I'm like the president here.
They're nice. A nice Gentile prayer is nice. They're straight to the point.
A good Our
Very
Father.
Good.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Excellent. I have no issues. You can't pray too much.
I know.
I have no issues. I have no issues.
I throw in an Allah Akbar here and there. Why not?
You should. Absolutely do it. Absolutely do it.
By the
Throw
way,
it in there.
Do you know this UFC fighter? I think his name is Bryce. I know Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Hall is the TikToker, right?
Bryce Hall's the TikToker. I don't know this MMA guy.
So there's this MMA fighter named Bryce Mitchell who, I'm not here to rag on him. He did say some wild ass things about the Jewish people, and
that's this guy. That's this guy. The one that Portnoy came out saying he's a fucking loser. That's this guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know you, but I know what you fucking did.
You 100% know. There's this great clip of this Russian guy interviewing him, like he's doing a press conference. And so there's these Russians interviewing him. And obviously MMA is huge in Russia and Arabic speaking countries and so many different places in the Eastern Bloc and the, parts of that world. And so this Russian guy is like, Bryce, I was wondering, and he's like, just like the thickest typical Russian accent. And Bryce Mitchell goes, well, first I want to say, shukran, habibi. It's so good, dude.
Oh my God, send that to me. That's hysterical. What a fool. What a fool.
And
oh
the
my God.
interviewer's like, I'm Russian. And he goes, well, assalamu alaikum. And I'm like, dog. I mean, respect to you. I just think you might not be quite hitting it on the nose there.
That's so funny. Some people really just should not try accents. Sorry. Or some people shouldn't try saying things that require an accent. You can't do it. If you have that deep of an accent, you just can't say it. You can't.
It was fascinating. I'm like, you're speaking Arabic to a Russian man, but I appreciate the attempt.
So funny. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Built Rewards. By now, you've probably heard of Built, where you can earn points on your monthly rent payments. But did you know they make it possible for you to get more outside of your home, too? Who knew? But by paying rent through Built, which I knew, you earn flexible points that can be redeemed towards hundreds of hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and much, much more. But it doesn't stop there, because Built is making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members every single month. Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you. Earn points on rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/goodguys. That's JOINBILT.com/goodguys. Built is making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. Discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members. Earn points on rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/goodguys. That's JOINBILT.com/goodguys. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Hero Bread. Folks, we love Hero Bread here at the Good Guys Podcast because we're always looking for healthier alternatives without any of the sacrifices. And often in bread, the sacrifice is the taste, the texture, the look. Nobody wants some ugly, hard bread. No, we want soft, delicious, but we'd also be totally fine if maybe it didn't have as much sugar or artificial ingredients. These breads are terrible. If you ever look at the back of a nutritional panel for a real white bread, terrible. It's not bread anymore. We don't even know what this stuff is. But Hero Bread, listen to this. 0 net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, 11 grams of protein, and 22 grams of fiber in their classic burger and hot dog buns. They have burger buns, hot dog buns, white bread, croissants sometimes. They have everything, folks. Tortillas, they have made just the most delicious, healthiest versions of the things that you love. And let me remind you again, the taste and texture, that of regular bread. If you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to have a burger on Hero Bread and it's not going to taste the same on the Hero Bread bun, no, it's going to taste even better. The texture is amazing. So nutritionally dense, as I mentioned. The macros, are so unbelievable. And their product range, I'm telling you, folks, you got to get those croissants. It's their small batch drops, 2 grams of net carbs for a croissant. Unbelievable. Otherwise, they got bread, buns, tortillas, bagels, unbelievable stuff. You'd never know it was low net carb and high fiber bread from the texture because it's so unbelievably fluffy and there's just no compromises. It's all great flavors. All of your favorite summer recipes are covered. Whatever you make, you can use Hero, okay? And the small batch drops of indulgent flavors, like their 2-gram net carb Hero croissant, are absolutely amazing, and you gotta check them out. So, folks, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order if you go to hero.co and use code GOODGUYS at checkout. That's GOODGUYS at hero.co, hero.co. Speaking of fighters, I know that you were a big WWE guy, so, rest in peace. I'm sorry.
I just saw that coming in.
the Hulkster, Mr. Hogan.
Happens
Kaput.
in threes.
It happens in threes. And cardiac arrest, 71 years old. Sad, Josh. You think it had anything to do with all the shit he was injecting into himself?
You
That
think?
guy was hopped up. And all of a sudden he's hopped down, laid to rest.
Terry.
Yeah.
That's the Hulk's name, Terry.
Terry.
Wow. Behind every Hulk Hogan, there's a Terry.
Talk about Terry, Josh. Talk about Hulk Hogan. Talk about who did you do this for once before?
Richard Simmons.
The great Richard Simmons. I'd like you to talk about I'd like you to memorialize. Give us a nice Oscar-worthy in memoriam for Hulk Hogan.
You know, when a white guy can pull off a do-rag, you say, it's somebody special.
So true.
Shout out,
so
John
true.
G.
That one broke me. I'm sorry. That one broke me.
It's so true. He lived his life. He lived his life in a do.
He did.
He did.
God bless him. He looked his age since he was 25. He's looked like this for 50 years. And yeah, I mean, he's a pretty spectacular fellow. Not without his peccadillos, not without his flaws, but what he did for wrestling. What I find is the most interesting sort of most recent chapter in his life was how he took down the head of Gawker with this whole. Are you familiar with this?
Not
kind of
really.
story?
Tell me.
So they're making a movie about it, but my friend Ryan Holiday actually wrote the book called Conspiracy. Basically, there was a website called Gawker, which was like the meanest version you could imagine of, like, some people might laugh at this, but it was like truly TMZ with no ethics, right? It doesn't
like Reddit.
Yeah, we'll report a rumor.
Yeah, understood. Yep.
Doesn't need to be substantiated in any way. And it was especially around the tech world. So billionaire VC investor Peter Thiel at the time in the late 2000s, they put out a story basically saying, Peter Thiel is gay, why won't he come out? And at this time, Peter Thiel was not out, and it was deeply unacceptable for anyone to push anyone to come out, especially to do it in this huge public forum, but in any version, right? That was completely, Peter Thiel's journey and right to decide. And when they put this out, the head of Gawker was a guy named Nick Denton, who was this British guy who basically just felt like, this is what we're going to do. And the website became super popular, blah, blah, blah. So Peter Thiel played this incredibly long game where he said, one day I'm going to get him. It's not now, but I'm going to find it. Cut to, and this is the fun part. This is a fun story, even though, forgive me, it's long. So Hulk Hogan has a buddy named Bubba the Love Sponge. Who doesn't?
Wow. God. Need that.
A shock jock-esque radio host in the great Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
Say less, I know.
Love Tampa. Shout out.
Terry and Bubba, they're thick as thieves. They're wearing their do-rags and their Oakleys. They're going out on the town, eating sampler platters, really living it up. Hulk, well, he's having a hard time at home. Who isn't? You know what I'm saying? These things happen. And one day, Bubba says, Hulk, it would be an honor for you to sleep with my wife. Please. Will you do me this blessing? So the great Hulkster, he obliges his friend Bubba the Love Sponge. And he has sex with Bubba's wife. Now, what Bubba doesn't tell him is that he happens to have a camera in his bedroom. And he's filming said act. Somehow this video gets leaked, blah, 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 blah.
Somehow. I'm sure it wasn't Bubba. What do you...
Couldn't have been. I actually
couldn't have been the guy who filmed it. Impossible.
Someone in Bubba's camp. I don't know. Bubba's got a big entourage.
Okay.
So look, these things happen. You're sleeping with your friend's wife. It gets filmed. The tape leaks. It's a tale as old as time.
I feel like that's something that would happen to Kid David. Would you agree?
100%.
It's in his future.
It's happening. As we speak. Shout out the great kid David. Love you. So Gawker, back to Gawker, they run the story. In fact, they show the video.
Oh, God.
Now, what you would say is, well, you were filmed hooking up with someone. That's just your bad luck. But of course, in a bedroom, there is an expectation of privacy, of privacy. Yeah. And he was being illegally filmed, even though it was, not the coolest act in theory. Regardless, it was illegal for them to post it. And so they sent a cease and desist. They refused to take the video down. And Peter Thiel said, this is the moment. So Peter Thiel quietly reaches out and says, I'm going to be your benefactor, Mr. Terry, Mr. Hulk Hogan. You are going to go. And of course, he did this through intermediaries. We're going to go take Gawker down now. This is going to sink them. And they proceeded to, Terry put on his most judicious do-rag and went into a courtroom in Tampa, Florida. And I think they sued Gawker for got $150 million in damages. They won the case, and Gawker is no longer.
Wow. How'd I miss this? I definitely remember the lawsuit, but I missed the whole fun story, and that was a wonderful story told. So on behalf of everybody listening, that was a great synopsis. All right, so rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, king in many regards.
Ozzy,
and
Ozzy gone.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I was thinking to myself, who are the three? Yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy. Good man.
Oh,
crazy. Man. That's how it goes.
What's your
Millions of people.
What's your fucking show, mate? Two Jews, big and tall. What kind of fucking lyrics are them?
You sound like Ron Weasley.
Oh, Sharon.
Now you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, Sharon. Oh, Sharon. Put some sugar in your tea, Sharon.
Sharon Osbourne is fun. I spent one afternoon with her for a charity event, and she is fun. And we were eating brownies together. She was fun. She's great lady.
You have to be a fun, great lady to be married to that man for as long as she was married to him and stuck by him through his debaucherous acts. Guy, though, is a legend. What a legend. And what he performed, I read something he just performed a couple weeks ago.
Like a week ago, a farewell tour, a week before he passed.
God, talk about leaving it all out there. Unbelievable. And who was the third? It comes in threes. Who else died?
Malcolm Jamal Warner, sadly, from The Cosby Show. I don't know if you're familiar, but he was Theo.
He was of course. Yeah. How old was he? Young, no?
Mid-50s. He died in a riptide in Costa Rica in the ocean.
Oh, God. That's a horrible way to die.
So for our listeners' safety, the great Ben, I ask you, I bet you do know, how, if you find you are caught in a riptide, how do you proceed to get out of said riptide?
It's an excellent question. I would assume that you do not assume. You do not fight the current.
Smart.
You let the current take you where the current is going to take you. And the current will eventually take you somewhere that is less riptidey. But you don't fight against it. You swim with it. And I believe you swim as low as you can. You don't go high. So I would go under and with until I reached somewhere safe. Is that correct?
Half correct.
Okay.
Yes. One of your options is let it take you out. It's going to win. Save all your energy and try not to panic and just let it take you and float out. Even if it takes you hundreds of yards out, eventually, once you're out of the riptide, the wave patterns will get you back. Assuming you're a strong enough swimmer to swim, a good amount back.
I just got to say, very strong swimmer over here. I don't know if we spoke about this,
I believe you are.
I was a lifeguard. I was.
Pool or beach?
I never actually made it to the pool because I was too fat, but I was lifeguard certified. I could have been. Okay. I could have been. I had the training. I was ready to go, but it's just maybe this was just me, projecting my insecurities into the lifeguard community. But you see this snatch tan, red bathing suit. me, pale, fat, red bathing suit.
Sure.
That said, I could do the job. At fat camp, I would have crushed being the lifeguard because I would have been like the hot snatch lifeguard in comparison to like the big fat fatties. But in regular camp, it just wasn't it. So I'm certified and a very strong swimmer. My dad's a very strong swimmer. Very strong.
Most Jews I know are strong swimmers. Why is that?
I don't know. Just in case we need to flee via the ocean.
Is it because our flat feet are like flippers?
It's a good question. I don't know. We love the ocean. We love the ocean, though.
I would say that. I think we're also big fans of low impact exercises.
Yes, that's very true as well.
Right.
Water aerobics.
I also think we embrace anything that will make us as far away from our mothers as possible. Can I get away from her?
All right, so you're in a Riptide. You have two choices. Go with it or go against it. You're going with it. What was the other? I said swim to the bottom. You don't swim to the bottom?
Don't swim to the bottom. It'll take your ass out.
Okay, so I won't do that.
Swim parallel. So go north or south on the. I assuming you're in the Atlantic or the Pacific, but just swim parallel to the shoreline. Riptides are incredibly contained. So, at best they're 25, 50 yards wide. I mean, that's even maybe pushing it. So what happens is you will swim parallel, you will get no resistance, and then you'll be out of it and can swim back.
So to be clear in this explanation, are we victim blaming Theo Huxtable for not knowing his protocol in the Riptide?
No,
Josh, we're
sad.
gonna get canceled by the Riptide community.
I feel for him because I think a lot of people you feel the power of the ocean and that you're screwed, and most people I think panic and start swimming really hard and exhaust themselves.
Agreed.
It's
Absolutely.
horrible. I feel terrible for him.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Fatty 15. Folks, I'm so excited to share with you that C15 from Fatty 15, the first essential fatty acid to be discovered in more than 90 years, is here for you. It's an incredible scientific breakthrough to support our long-term health and wellness, and it helps specifically with aging and longevity. Fatty 15 co-founder Stephanie Van Watson discovered the benefits of C15 while working with the U.S. Navy to continually improve the health and welfare of aging dolphins. Based on over 100 studies, we now know that C15 strengthens our cells and is a key longevity-enhancing nutrient, which helps to slow biological aging at the cellular level. In fact, when our cells don't have enough C15, they become fragile and age faster. And when our cells age, our bodies age too. This eventually led to studies finding the first new nutritional deficiency in 75 years called cellular fragility syndrome, caused by a lack of the essential fatty acid C15. As many as 1 in 3 people worldwide may have low C15 levels and cellular fragility syndrome, but Fatty 15 is here to save you. I'm telling you, folks, this stuff really works. It's absolutely fantastic. And if you're on a mission to optimize your health, then you need to get Fatty 15 so you can raise your C15 levels to help you live healthier and longer. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/goodguys and using code goodguys at checkout. fatty15.com/goodguys and using code goodguys at checkout. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Prolon. Folks, swimsuits, sunshine, and spontaneous plans. Yep, summer is here. But if you're not feeling it this season, I've got news for you. Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet is your summer-ready secret weapon. The ultimate tool for a metabolism reset, fat loss, lean muscle protection, and more. Prolon delivers a summer glow up from the inside out. And in just 5 days, it's my secret weapon. And it totally works because Prolon is a plant-based nutrition program featuring soaps, snacks, and beverages designed to nourish the body while keeping it in a fasting state, triggering cellular rejuvenation and renewal. Next Gen builds on the original Prolon with 100% organic soups and teas, a richer taste, and ready-to-eat meals. Folks, you got to try Next Gen if you haven't tried it yet. And it's been developed over decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top U.S. medical centers. Prolon has been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, skin appearance, fat loss, and energy. We need all of that. So try Prolon. I'm telling you, folks, I've tried Prolon before. It's amazing when you're having just too many cravings, you're having too many Swedish candies, you need a reset, okay? You need a reset, and Prolon is that reset for me. 5 days and you're feeling like yourself again. For a limited time, you can be the first in line to experience the new Next Gen at special savings. Prolon is offering Good Guys listeners 15% off site-wide, plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day nutrition program. Just visit prolonlife.com/goodguys. That's prolonlife.com/goodguys to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/goodguys. I read a comment. I responded to it. I never respond to comments on TikTok. Somebody like wrote something under one of our videos like, Ben has no real life experience. Like, why is he talking about it? I forget what he was like. They were like referencing. Like when I was saying that, like, I have to pull up can I pull up the comment?
Sure.
I want to read it.
Yeah, petty season.
I want to read it.
Response season. I want to do this every episode.
It pissed the shit out of me. Like,
Fuck
I've never.
This guy. I'm going to rip him apart.
Okay, ready? Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was on a video of us talking about Six Flags. I don't even know. I just listened to Jay Shetty's episode. How could anybody take issue? There was a wonderful episode, okay?
Amazing.
I just listened to Jay Shetty's episode and was reminded once again how little life experience Ben has. I'm a lover of the pod and a toaster, but I can't help but notice that Ben and Claudia just really think they have life figured out. Ben just said there would never be a situation where he wouldn't celebrate someone's win, in reference to a caller who was asking for advice about a friend being less than thrilled about her pregnancy because she was struggling to conceive. Ben lives in La La Land much of the time, where he's unable to put himself in somebody else's shoes and thinks he would handle any situation perfectly. God forbid something happened to sweet blank. I'm not putting that out there. I'm betting he would have to take a step back from hearing about other fathers' fun dad experiences for a while. He speaks like this a lot, and I'm glad he has a more mature, older, and wiser Josh to learn from. And one day, when Ben goes through some hard things, maybe he'll be a little more empathetic to others. This is one of many examples I could give, but no one is even reading at this point, I'm sure. Haha, understandable. And I read, try being kinder. You don't know me or what I've been through. Your judgment of a stranger is telling.
Yes.
So all I have to say is fuck you. And the reason that I bring that up was because I was about to say something else about Theo Huxtable and how sad and all of this is and whatever. We just have to cherish life. But I don't want to proselytize for this woman.
Dude.
God, it killed me. It's so rare that somebody writes something like that. Like, how fucking nasty is that?
It's so out of pocket. It's just keyboard warriors thinking that they can make an impact. Like the amount of people who are, the great Chris C.D. talks about this, and Theodore Roosevelt, this is attributed to him. It's called the man in the arena. We're in the fucking arena. We're putting ourselves out there. We're creating the content. We're having an opinion. We're brave enough to create something, right? And it's easy to be a spectator up in the crowd, throwing tomatoes and having your reactions and whatnot. But it's like, do you have the guts to stand in the stage and be like, look at this. Here's something. Let us help you to forget about your day, to have an hour away, whether you're working out or on your commute or whatever, to enjoy yourself. So don't criticize someone for trying to do something nice. And the Benjamin Saffer I know is the greatest boy there is. There's no one like my co-host.
Bless you.
And all that
I have to say, because I know you'll agree with this, jealousy is a choice. I will back that up all day long. Like, I 1,000% have stood in a room with friends who have done the same thing that I've done and successfully done it when I have failed at it. And you have to be proud of the people around you. I'm sorry, I'll double down on it. Just because you're experiencing something and negatively, and somebody's experiencing the same thing positively, if you look through life as poor me, I don't care what your economic status is. I don't care what your life looks like. If you run through poor me, you will have a horrible life. So remove the jealousy if you can, and that's what I do. It's not proselytizing. It's the truth. I'm not a jealous person. I've been a jealous person, and I will never be a jealous person, because jealous people make themselves sick.
Yeah. I heard someone once say that they knew people who gave themselves cancer to get out of a bad relationship. I was like, like, yeah, it'll make you sick.
Stress will kill you and jealousy will kill you. Facts. Absolutely. So yeah, I don't know how we got here, but fuck that girl. Fuck her.
Well, also to that, I would say sometimes the exception proves the rule, right? Like everything you've said about how you feel, I know to be true about you. And yes, of course, in like those rare horrible moments when you lost Romeo, yes, I'm sure for a couple days after, you didn't want to hear people's super cute, cutesy dog love stories because you were in mourning. That's normal. But like that is such a rare specific instance when 98% of the time you're celebrating people's wins.
I swear to God, if somebody came to me in that moment, like I wouldn't be angry at them. I would probably say like for that 1 week, have a little self-awareness,
Yeah.
but in general, I'm not going to root that your dog dies just because mine did. That's what this girl is saying. Like, I don't want you to have that because I can't. How awful is that? So we should all have nothing? Nobody should have anything? Like, there should be no joy?
I have a reply that's been on my heart.
Do it.
It's been on my heart. But this one is just pretty clear cut. We had a wild speak pipe a couple weeks ago during the Rainn Wilson episode, which was kind of confusing, where this girl told this long story about her and I think her boyfriend, and there was like a cheating scandal, and it was all these things, and we were trying to wrap our heads around it, and we thought it had to do with her husband's best, I don't know. It was a whole thing. I don't really remember it too specifically, but it was wild. And we commented on it. Weeks later, she sent in a speak pipe after seeing the episode and saying, "Oh my God, I feel like an idiot. I misspoke about something. Here's some like other extra details that I need to clarify." And we were listening to it on the episode a couple of days ago, and I think I just felt in my need also to make sure that like I try to keep every speak pipe as interesting as possible, that people wouldn't have remembered that from the Rainn Wilson episode. Like they'd have to think back a month ago and what is
Totally.
this? And I just said, "Oh, who cares?" I just moved on.
Yeah.
And she wrote me and she was like, "You have more influence than you think, and it does hurt to hear when someone you love says, 'Oh, who cares?'" So I hear you. I could have done better. I'm sorry, and I love you, and I won't do that anymore. But also, people's what are you nutses? This having nothing to do with our listener. They're just, I got to listen to these speak pipes. It's giving me gray hairs. Up your game, y'all. These what are you nutses? They're not great.
Are you trying to kill him? We said that stress creates cancer. So do bad speak pipes. Are you trying to kill him?
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill him? Okay. So when I thought you were going to call out a hater, I was going to suggest a new segment called Hi Haters, where once a week we like talk about like some fan that we fucking hate. or a person. It doesn't have to be a fan.
I just always
that's
wonder.
That's an oxymoron.
I've got one. Oh, please. Let me edit. Oh, great segment, Ben. Benny and Joshy addressing the haters. Benny and Joshy reading these hosts to filth. Okay, hold on.
Because essentially speak pipes are the opposite, right? That's like us highlighting our wonderful community and giving them advice. And for every 99 wonderful morons, there is an absolute dickhead. So we'll read you to filth.
But we also don't, here's the problem, right? When we do these things, we're encouraging bad reviews because
You're right.
They get spotlight.
God.
So we're only going to do this once. And then how about this? We will only read, each episode, we will read a 5-star good review.
I love it. Yes, you're right. Okay, so hi haters, we're doing one time. All of the other times, it's hi friend.
Yeah. Thank you, friend.
Hi friend. Thank you, friend. I love it. Josh, that's thinking with your noggin.
Thanks, Bubby. Okay, here we go. Love the pod, but Josh. Review update. Giving 5 stars solely for Ben. Ben, are you exhausted from Josh constantly challenging and belittling you on every single little thing you talk about? Josh is giving that he absolutely hates you and basically anyone who disagrees with him on anything and everything. I was on Wellbutrin, ma'am. Okay? This is a very common side effect to be adversarial and confrontational. And you, miss, can go screw.
You don't want a podcast where two people just constantly say the exact same thing in an echo chamber. That's not fun, right? So if I'm not offended by it, you shouldn't be. And if I am, we're not airing it. Just so it's clear.
You're Meshuggah. I'm Meshuggah. This whole thing works. All this is one long improv scene. And the only way that scenes in anything work, the only reason why you're interested, whether you know it or not, is because there's conflict. And we just have cute conflict.
Yeah, we do. Cute.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Fantastic. All right, good. That was hi, haters. but next week, it'll be hi, friends. So leave us a 5-star review that's gorgeous. You can submit a speak pipe where you're praising us, or you can write comment under. I clearly see TikTok comments, okay? Even though I get millions and millions and millions of them a day because I'm a TikTok superstar, I see them. Josh sees them. Mm-hmm. So you can leave a nice comment there. We'll read them, or send a speak pipe, or leave a review on the pod. And we're going to read one gorgeous review per episode.
Totally true.
Hi, friend. Hi, friend. Until we forget next week. But this sounds good now. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Sleep Me. Folks, are you sleeping hotter than hell? Even worse, your wife loves a toasty bed, but you desperately need to stay cool and you're waking up drenched in sweat instead? What are you, nuts? Meet Chili Pad by Sleep Me. Its mission is to elevate the quality of human life through cool sleep. Whether you're whipping up something in the kitchen, being dad of the year, that's me, focusing on your fitness goals, or trying not to argue with your wife over the thermostat, Chili Pad can end your nights of poor sleep that's hotter than hell. The Chili Pad bed cooling system was designed with dads and couples in mind. It lets you customize your sleeping environment to your personal sleeping temperature, ensuring you fall asleep faster and wake up recovered. And the best part is Chili Pads works with your existing mattress because it's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that precisely controls your bed's temperature from 55 to 115 degrees. Both of those temperatures are nuts. If you're sleeping at 55 degrees, you're nuts. If you're sleeping at 115 degrees, you're nuts. That said, if you sleep at 55 degrees and your girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, whatever, sleeps at 115 degrees, you couldn't be compatible. Your relationship wouldn't last. Chili Pad is bringing folks together. Chili Pad is bringing folks together. It's allowing the hot sleepers and the cold sleepers to sleep together because you can control different temperatures on each side. It's absolutely amazing. So folks, visit sleepme.com/goodguys to get 20% off your Chili Pad with code GOODGUYS. This special offer is available for Good Guys listeners only and for a limited time. Order it today with free shipping and returns. Try it out for 30 days and you can return it for free if you don't like it with their sleep trial. Visit www.sleep.me/goodguys and see why cold sleep is turning "what are you sleeping hot for? What are you nuts?" into "what are you nuts for not trying Chili Pad?" This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Shopify. Folks, do you have a lazy friend? He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to sit on his keister and everybody makes fun of him. They're like, "Hey, Jimmy, why don't you get up and get a job?" Well, Josh, Shopify's AI magic allows even Jimmy to start a business. What kind of business should lazy Jimmy start?
I don't know, but I was thinking Jimmy was hopeless. I said, you know what? We're going to have to put Jimmy in a facility. You know,
I thought Jimmy was hopeless too. I really did.
I thought maybe Jimmy needed to have an accident, and we would all be better off. You know,
I think so too. But Jimmy's come a long way. Okay, and what Jimmy's gonna do is Jimmy's starting Jimmy's roller rink shoes. He's going to all the roller rink places that are now out of business. He's buying up all the roller blades. Yeah, that's right. They're used, and he is renting them out to people. Okay,
smart.
Because Jimmy's passionate about rollerblading. He wants to bring back the roller rinks. He wants to get a low-cost item, make a nice margin. And so what's he going to do, Josh? He's going to go and make Jimmy's roller rink shoes.com. He's going to make it on Shopify. You're going to put in your size. You're going to put in the color that you want. You're going to put in your address. He's going to ship these shoes straight to your door. All of a sudden, you're going to have used roller rink shoes courtesy of Jimmy. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Now there's Mike's way. This is Jimmy's way.
I like it Jimmy's way, and I like it Shopify's way, because anything that makes Jimmy's life easier. Look, the truth is, you have an idea for a business. I know you do. I know you watch shows like Shark Tank. You go, I could do that. Well, here's your chance, babe. There's no barrier to entry anymore. From nose to tail, from beginning to end, Shopify is going to take care of all of your needs.
end-to-end solution, folks. So if you want to start a business like Jimmy, if Jimmy can do it, you can do it. You're going to go to shopify.com/goodguys today, because that's the first step towards achieving your dream.
But it can't help me. It can't help me make a website.
Of course it can.
But it can't help me to, accept payment.
Of course it can.
But there's no AI involved.
Of course there is.
What?
Everything. If you're not using Shopify, what are you, nuts?
Should we get to a story?
Yeah.
Lisa Vanderpump hits back at Scheana Shay's bullshit TV exploitation accusation. Lisa Vanderpump dismissed Scheana Shay's BS accusation that she exploited her for fame. Guess what? I don't care what she says. How about that? Vanderpump told a TMZ paparazzi in Los Angeles. That's the saddest thing, the Real Housewives Beverly Hills alum said. Yeah.
Is Scheana Shay a friend of the show before I dive in?
I mean, I know her and she's a nice enough person, but dive in. She's never been on the show.
No, I just like Lisa Vanderpump is like an Andy Cohen, right? These are like pioneers. Lisa Vanderpump made Scheana Shay. Without Lisa Vanderpump, Scheana Shay, I don't know where she is, but she's certainly not in the position to, I hate when people come back and say that their boss that gave them an opportunity exploited them. When you exploited, cast you on a reality show and gave you your entire career, right? I don't get that. I don't get that. It's reality TV. There's no such thing as, how can you exploit someone? You're the one, it's unscripted. You're doing whatever you want. And what, you're exploited her, you used her at her bar? She was a waitress. They're all waitresses. Does it dig deeper on how she was exploited?
I don't know. I didn't really see much of the Scheana thing. Although, so let me ask you this, right? Does it depend? Is exploitation contingent on compensation or how you feel about it? Because when Drake has been talking recently on podcasts, which I think he's totally right about, just that, we never got residuals. So few people in kids television get residuals, and so many massive corporation makes hundreds of millions from it. What do you say to that?
You were exploited, and that's scripted TV. It's completely different. You were paid for a very specific job, right? And your contract was fucked. Totally fucked. It was clear as day that this was your job. Reality TV, your job description is your entire life. Especially in a show like Vanderpump Rules, where they literally cast you at your day job and then follow you into the night and into the morning. And they gave you that opportunity and paid you incredibly well. The whole premise of the show, again, I don't know what she's claiming to have been exploited for. I have to assume that it was promoting her bars or whatever it may be. But no, scripted versus unscripted, it's just a completely different ballgame, in my opinion. And so, yeah, no, I saw those Drake headlines. And honestly, go Drake. I'm happy that somebody's leading this, because, Josh, you never know. Maybe, just maybe, he'll make enough noise that somebody will cut you a check.
Well, I don't know, but I give him a lot of credit for doing it. And I think it takes a lot of guts to fight that fight, for sure. A lot
of guts, and it's real. It's real. So go Drake, go.
Okay, I have a fun game for us. It's called, this is from fastfoodclub.com, the 10 oldest foods. Don't worry about my search history, you fuck.
I was going to say, is that pinned?
It's hard to type with my diabetic fingers.
People open their browser and it's like Google. Yours is fastfoodclub.com.
It's better when I opened up my browser once in front of my sister-in-law and Pornhub popped up. I was like,
and it was just like fat chicks eating McDonald's.
And I screamed, "This is no reflection on your sister." Sorry, Taylor.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you for never bringing it up again. That was a weird road trip.
Oh, that's really funny.
Okay, coming in number 10. People have been eating burgers since 100th century AD. Burgers.
Okay.
Okay. Let's think of okay. In its earliest version was called Esisia aumentata, made with minced meats, caul fat, pepper, pine nuts, and garum fish sauce. I'd eat that today.
Sounds delicious, and I like the addition of the pine nuts, Josh. It adds a bit of crunch. I've never thought of having crunch, what was it called? A salsa tomata?
That's what I make Paige scream when we're in bed.
A salsa tomata.
Okay. Let's think. And Josh G, feel free to jump in here if one comes to mind. We've got 9 more items. Maybe we'll do 2 or 3. Foods that have been that are the oldest foods that the world still eats today. Got a guess?
Maybe like a kebab. A kebab.
Coming in at number 1, roasted and grilled meats.
Kebab.
Over 400,000 years old.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've been eating
nothing
meats.
better than some lamb on a spit. Oof.
Got another one?
I'm in.
Anybody else?
I want to get an in-home rotisserie, Josh. Thoughts?
All I know is it's going to give me that rotism, dog.
Oh, yeah. I'm rotistic. That was too funny. That's our tagline. Let's make them in-home rotisseries.
Yes. Hit us up, Shark Ninja.
I'm so in. Okay. Others. Yeah.
What about,
Kebab.
French fries. I figure it's just taking a potato, cutting it up, and heating it. That's got to be old.
Good.
Could be.
Good thought. Not on the list.
Wow.
Okay. Kebab. What about falafel?
Not on the list. Go more basic.
Basic. Roast chicken.
I guess that would be like grilled meats. So not on the list.
Not on the list. Eggs.
Not on the list.
Rice.
Not on the list. I'll give you one.
That was a good guess. That was a good guess, though, Josh.
Number
Good
2
with the
is
rice.
noodles and pasta.
That's rice.
Okay. Chinese noodle making dates back 4,000 years to millet or wheat, along with techniques of rolling and cutting.
God, a Chinese noodle. Whew.
Here's some ones you might not expect. Number 4, pancakes.
How old is the pancake?
These breakfast favorites date back more than 70,000 years.
Okay, but what were they made with?
Researchers found that in the Shandar cave system in Iraq showed people used to pound seeds soaked in water into a paste. They formed it into patties before cooking, resulting in the earliest forms of pancakes.
Understood. So this is probably a savory pancake. Like we're thinking like a scallion pancake, more in like the Chinese world. We're not thinking of like an Aunt Jemima buttermilk situation.
No,
we're not thinking
not a fun one.
No. Not a fun one.
No, this is a pancake. You don't
want this pancake. This pancake is probably a wrap. Okay, this is a tortilla.
It's a sad one. It's not. This isn't Sunday morning cartoons.
Is the tortilla a cousin of the pancake, Josh?
Yeah, I would say good.
It is
a close
right?
friend. The very least.
Could you use a traditional pancake as the wrap of a breakfast sandwich?
The McGriddle.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, but don't they use waffles?
No, pancakes.
Okay,
and
cool.
they inject them
McDonald's, you did it right.
They inject them with syrup.
Whoa.
Yeah, dog.
Wow, that's
Josh
insane.
G, you fuck with one?
I love a McGriddle, dude.
Bro, I've never heard you this passionate about anything.
That is one thing that will get any morning when I wake up and I can catch a McGriddle and like make it to work on time is going to be the best day ever.
Damn, it's so good. Delish.
What's your go-to McDonald's breakfast order, Ben?
Oh, I really don't dabble in I don't dabble in fast food breakfast, but like I love just like a egg and cheese. That's like my deli order. Like my New York deli order is like a beautiful bun, egg, cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. But no, I'm not like a fast food breakfast guy. You?
I'll do a double hash brown, no sandwich, and orange juice and a coffee.
Okay, I love the hash browns.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I actually love Dunkin's hash browns. Have you had Dunkin's hash browns?
Fabulous.
Amazing. They're unbelievable.
They have a wrap that's good. They got it all going on.
They did something a little bit strange, though. I just want to comment. Dunkin's menu put bacon in everything. It previously wasn't in everything. They used to have like a no bacon egg bite, or like bacon is in every single menu item. Clearly, I'm in the minority, and they read some research study that if they put bacon in shit, people are going to buy it. But yeah, I don't know. Like they could have like a little bit of menu diversity. That's all. Just saying.
Totally feel that, hear that. Yeah, shout out Dunkin Donuts. Shout out the incredible Southeast Asian franchise owners of all of Northeast Dunkin Donuts. We look up to you. We praise you. We love you.
We do. We love you.
Unbelievable.
Love.
Josh
Love.
G's from Jersey. He knows a good Dunkin.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yep. That was definitely a staple. Any mall, anybody who works at a mall lived off of Dunkin Donuts.
So good.
Fantastic. And they were big portions before it was cool. Those coffees have always been juiced.
Oh, love it. Let's go back to styrofoam. Should we get to a quick speak pipe before What Are You Nuts?
Yeah. Beautiful.
If you want to ask us a question, get some advice. We don't want your What Are You Nutses, but go to speakpipe.com/good guys. Keep it brief. Brevity's key. Let's hear from Lillard. Boo.
Hey, good guys. Okay, so I'll keep it brief. I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for about a year and a half now, and we both just graduated high school. And yesterday, he asked me if we could share locations with each other, like me having his location, him having my location. And I don't know, I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, I don't know. He didn't ask in like a overprotective way or like a suspicious way. He was just saying it. And I feel like it is a pretty normal thing. Like all my friends share the locations with their boyfriend. So I don't know what to say because I don't know if I want him knowing where I am all the time. Not that I'm not cheating or anything, and I don't want to feel suspicious or make him feel suspicious by saying no. But like, does he need to know where I am all the time? I don't know. I mean, I trust him, but like, why, what's the use in doing that? I don't know. And like, I don't really care. I don't really care to have his location. I don't really want it. I don't know. So I just really need your guys' advice on what I should do because it's not like I feel like I'm in danger or anything, but I just don't know what to do. And I would love your help. Also, would love to get Olivia's advice on this as well. Thanks. Bye.
Well, Olivia's not here, so.
Olivia's out today.
Well, first, I'm so excited, Josh, that we have young listeners.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 19, 20-year-old listener. This is longevity, folks. The children are our future, in the words of Jenna Maroney, even though I know you don't watch 30 Rock.
I don't.
I would say it's so good. I would say that you're kind of screwed because saying, no, you can't have my location is going to be weird for sure. I hope somebody has your location.
Agreed.
Whether that's your mom, your dad, your sister, nobody should not have your location. So if you don't want that to be your boyfriend, okay. I do think your boyfriend of 2 years should have your location. And perhaps it is in the way that I'm thinking about it. I've never once checked Claudia's location unless she was traveling or I was worried about her or I hadn't heard from her. It's in like a worst case scenario. Only weirdos check people's locations to like show up where they are. That would be called being in a toxic relationship. So if you're in a toxic relationship, break up with him and don't share your location. If you're in a loving relationship where he just like cares about making sure that you're not dead when you didn't come home last night or something, I would share it personally.
Paige and I don't share our location. Not that we wouldn't. And she has my Tesla app, so she knows where my car is.
Does anybody have your location?
No.
Somebody should.
Nobody.
You never know.
Don't you kidnap me. I know Krav Maga.
Somebody should. Seriously, somebody should. Somebody should have your location.
Yeah, but
just one person. It doesn't have to be Paige if you don't want it to be. It could be your, I don't know, UTA. How sad is that?
My agency. That's really sad. Is my emergency contact. Shani Rosenzweig at UTA, managing partner, is my emergency contact. Shout out Shani. Love you.
Yeah.
30 years almost together. Yeah, what was I going to say? But have you considered this, that real G's move in silence like lasagna?
I haven't.
Josh,
no.
you like that or what?
He broke me again. That was so good.
No, I have not considered that real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Is that one of the great Lil Wayne lines ever?
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so good. Shout out Lil Wayne. Yeah, I agree with you. But tell me this, Ben, because for me, I feel like even at 2 years dating, especially when you're young, I would look at the person I'm dating and say, listen, I could spend the next 15 minutes talking, or I could just say no right now. Just don't want to. I can give you a million reasons, but you got to trust me.
But any of those reasons, in my opinion, mean that they're the wrong person. If you have any bad feeling in your gut and you're not cheating, you're not doing something nefarious, if you have any bad feeling in your gut as to why your significant other shouldn't, if they want to, have your location, they're not right for you. I think. Like, if nobody cares, nobody cares. Totally different story. But otherwise, it's like, do you think that they're going to show up at your house and kill you? Then you shouldn't be with them because you're scared of them, right? Like, if you think that they're going to track you and stalk you and show up places uninvited, they're the wrong person for you.
I'll give you a good example. I was shooting a wonderful Applebee's ad with my sister-in-law the other week.
Shout out 2 for $25
for an incredible collab with Applebee's. And she got a text from her friend saying, "Are you at Applebee's?"
Blocked. Goodbye. That's not it.
And
That's not it anymore.
It's weird.
Yes, agreed. Anybody, no, very weird. And if somebody were to be like that, if that's what your boyfriend is like, but then Josh, you shouldn't be, would you be friends with that person who's stalking you? That's weird.
Again, I know a lot of people, like families who, you know, everyone's got each other's thing. I mean, granted, they're family, but everyone's got each other's location. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not the best person because I'm like a only child raised by an older mom, right? So like technology and tracking people. Like, I was walking to the bodega at 10 when I was a kid by myself. I took the crosstown bus to school growing up when I was 12. So yeah. I know in today's day and age, everyone's way more connected, but I don't know. It feels, but I would want my kids.
Maybe it's a service, Josh. This is a good idea for people who don't want to be tracked. There is a Homeland Security-esque service that tracks you. And then it's bought by Russia and you're murdered.
Russia. Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
Yeah.
Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever's sticking in your craw. I'll go first. So I was watching a commercial the other day for the great Cracker Barrel. You know I love a Cracker Barrel. This is no shade on Cracker Barrel, except they go, "We've got our whole new summer barbecue menu." And basically, they've just taken their menu items and they cook it in tinfoil. What are you nuts? This is not a value add. They're like, "It's our usual rotisserie chicken, but we cook it in tinfoil next to corn." And they're like, "It's our fun summer menu." What are you nuts?
My What Are You Nuts moment of the week is gazpacho, Josh. Gazpacho is not a soup. Soup is not cold. Gazpacho is basically a savory smoothie thrown in a bowl for $30. If I wanted a melon and mint smoothie, I would go to Jamba Juice. I'm not going to your overpriced Italian restaurant, okay? With gazpacho, what are you, nuts?
Love it. Take us home, Ben.
Folks, this episode's 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays. Folks, we will see you next time.